The governing party says that the 19th Amendment to the Constitution will be taken up for debate tomorrow. The parliamentary proceedings were confined to 1 hour this morning, laying the groundwork for the debate tomorrow. Meanwhile, the SLFP further notes that discussions on making reforms to the electoral system as included in the 20th Amendment to the Constitution will be taken up for discussion.
The Sri Lanka Freedom Party had made preparations to put forth 20 recommendations on a mixed electoral system, incorporating the first-past-the-post and proportional representation systems. The media spokesperson of the party, MP Dilan Pereira, said that the preferential voting system will be made void with the enactment of the new electoral system. Through the new electoral system, as a policy, we want to abolish the preferential voting system. We have recommended to vote 160 members to Parliament on an electorate basis and 65 through proportional representation. When voting under the proportional system, recommendations have been put forth to vote the MPs to Parliament at the electorate level and the national level. A recommendation has also been made to increase the number of MPs between 250 and 255. Representatives of minor parties opine that even though common consensus has been reached to change the electoral system, the proportional system should continue to be followed. The meeting saw the participation of representatives of a number of parties, including the JVP, the JHU and the TNA. The meagre 5% representation for minor parties has an impact on us and other parties, including the JVP. We opine that amendments should be made to the electoral system without the change in composition between the representatives of the main parties and minor parties. The proportional system is a more democratic system. We are not at crossroads to abolish the electoral system. Do not introduce just another electoral system before a snap election. When the district system is introduced, the district becomes an electorate. Therefore, only the wealthy could contest an election then. We are planning on putting forth a few proposals of our recommendations to the government by appointing a committee with the ones who are gathered here. We request them to halt the pending electoral reform. The recommended amendment to the electoral system that has been formulated hastily by the SLFP has been rejected. We are signalling the government and the opposition to not take this forward. We have decided to take the opinions of the minority groups into consideration and to work on it thereafter. Proportional voting system remains the only thing that is right. We all agreed on not bringing any recommendations that could reduce its powers. This cannot be done based on the personal needs of some parties within the government, those in the opposition or certain ministers and MPs. In the meantime, a group of representatives of political parties held discussions regarding the electoral reforms. The Elections Commissioner as well as the Prime Minister and the President may take certain decisions within the coming hours on this matter. These discussions will show that the 20th Amendment to the Constitution as tabled by the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and the demarcation of boundary lines for electorates will take time. This cannot be done within 3 or 6 months as they say. Therefore, we are looking to see if there is an alternative in the meantime. What we are saying is that a golden opportunity has dawned in Parliament to amend the electoral system as well as curtail the executive powers. What Ranil Wickremesinghe could not achieve, the SLFP will now achieve. Therefore, it does not matter if a few more days pass without rushing into things. The SLFP is of the view that these two changes must be made. If that is the case, then both these matters can be addressed at once.